The Loaded Bhangra is not only the poster child, but in my opinion, it's the messiah of longboard dancing decks. Okay. I know. This is an older longboard deck. But I wouldn't feel right starting this channel without first reviewing this board. No matter how old or new, I'm obligated to review every longboard deck I can get my hands on. And at the time of this recording, Loaded has released an updated version of the Bhangra. So most likely, I'm going to review that thing real soon. Real soon. I made sure to add timestamps for you guys, so if you want to just jump straight to the board review, you can go ahead and go do that. So here's the quick and sweet version. The Loaded Bhangra is one of the oldest and most mysterious tales that dates back before my time. Far beyond my time. The story goes, while adventuring to new worlds, two explorers stumbled upon the rarest, most primitive cave-dwelling species known to man in the history of the world, the troglodytes. Yes, you heard it right, the troglodytes. And after a painful and traumatic greeting, the troglodytes accepted them into their tribe. And in 2008, they started developing what is now the Loaded Bhangra. Fast forward to November 2010, history was made as they released, you guessed it, the Loaded Bhangra. And the rest is nothing less of a miracle. Because on the seventh day, the planets aligned, the stars were connected, and that board would revolutionize the longboard industry and help push it to where it's at today. I won't go far in the history, but in 2008, there wasn't much out there as far as companies that were producing boardwalking longboards on a big scale. Only two companies stand out, in my opinion. And if I'm wrong, comment down below if there are more. But Longboard Larry's Old School Dancer and Loaded's Original Dancer were the main dancing or boardwalking boards around at that time being produced on a mass scale. Longboard Larrys continued to make the OSD, or the Old School Dancer, until the company, unfortunately, was forced to close down in 2018. Big St33zy salute for everything he's done and did, pushing the culture forward. Let's get into the construction of the Bhangra. It's a combination of bamboo, cork, and entropy resin. This was the first time this type of epoxy was used for longboards. The Bhangra has 2 layers of vertical core bamboo, 2 cross veneers, and a sheet of cork in the center, which gives the board more of a damp rebound to it. They didn't just start from scratch when developing the board. They used the original Loaded Dancer deck, which was a board they released before the Bhangra to explore biocomposites. That board was made of bamboo and flax linen offcuts that Loaded would buy at the Fabric Mart in downtown LA. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Joann's and see them shop for new fabrics in the next design. Now they continued the bioexploration into the Bhangra, which, to their knowledge, became the first board to ever use entropy bioresin. They now use it in most of their boards, and many other skate and snowboard companies do as well. Now, all their flex bamboo boards, all manufactured by Capital L in San Diego, who they've been working with since 2002. The owner, Ernie Delost, and Chuck Barfoot are known as some of the most innovative people in snow, longboards, and surfboards. Check them out, for reals. So big St33zy salute to Ernie and Chuck for everything that they've done. Big ups and mad respect. Okay, let's jump into this review now, shall we? Now, as always, whether or not I pay out of pocket or get these boards for free. I'm always going to give you my honest opinion about everything, no matter what. Now, with that being said, what I paid was, matter of fact, can't remember, maybe $250, somewhere around there, ballpark. But in 2010, there was no firm recommended setup. It wasn't until 2012, 2 years later, where their product shot showed the Paris V2 180mm 50 degrees paired with the orangutan stimulus purple 83A wheels, which became the norm. And the designer of the board was none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Adam Colton, who designed the base monster graphic and the non-gripped center top of the board for the dancing tricks, which was another first of its kind in the board industry. The base graphic was individually burnt on each veneer using a heated brass stamp. Now, I heard production of these brands smelled really strong. I'm interested in how it smelled. I can't front. I want to smell it. Here's the dimensions of the Loaded Bhangra. The length is 48.5 inches and 9.5 inches wide, giving you a spacious top deck for all your dancing moves. Now, the shape of the longboard is directional and offers only one wheelbase option, which measures out at 32 3/4 inch, and was also offered with 2 flexes. The Flex 2 was 90 to 190 pounds, and the Flex 1 was 150 to 270 pounds. The board weighed a whopping 5.5 pounds and measured in at a 1/2 inch thick. You can feel every bit of it as you dance, pop freestyle tricks, and push this thing around town. Responsiveness of the Flex and bounce is very lively though, and it has a beautiful feeling flex when your board bends with the carves. A funny thing I noticed, from the top of the board looking down, the shape reminded me of a manatee. So, I named my board Manny. With its longer length paired with its single wheelbase option, makes for quite a calm and a comfortable carving feel. Wow, it's still keeping its sense of responsiveness when shredding steez and dance moves that ride rail to rail like Peter Pan's. So the top mounted deck combined with the CNC milled wheel flares gives this board magnificent clearance for bigger wheels and a divier feel when you're hitting your rails. Custom 4-piece laser cut multi-grit grip tape, say that 5 times, was designed for functionality and style. With the 80 grit surrounding the dance platform for extra control when you're scraping heels carving, whereas the 50 grit on both the nose and tail are perfect for hitting them freestyle tricks. The gentle rocker of the Bhangra combined with the first ever concave longboard. No, seriously. Every longboard being produced on the market up to this point were all flat, including the original Loaded Dancer and the Longboard Larrys OSD. But that concave, that was so warm and cuddly. It'll cradle you like a newborn baby. The Bhangra with these pronounced kicktails. You'll notice though, they're gentle kicktails. Gentle kicktails on both the nose and tail of the Loaded Bhangra. Just the tail though is more narrow, a little longer, better for those popping tricks. And the nose, a little shorter and wider, great for those manuals. Now even a decade after its release, you can still see the impact of this board. It had to be hands down the top longboard dancing deck on the market for over a decade. The Loaded Bhangra is not only the poster child, but in my opinion, it's the messiah of longboard dancing decks. It's still to this day one of my all-time favorite longboard decks. Now I want to truly thank you for watching my video and checking out my channel. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. Go ahead and comment down below on which longboard dancing deck you would like me to review next. And if you learned anything or found value in this video, go ahead and tap the like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. It really means a lot, helps out the channel a ton. Only St33zy vibes. The Loaded Bhangra is not only the poster child, but it's also though.